Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Lean Doe here with another Blue Protocol video. Finally, I know it's been a while and I'm sorry about that. I've been kind of busy with getting ready to move / getting ready to do Christmas and all this stuff like that. So yeah, but I have been streaming thankfully, and I have been kind of getting content out there. And in this video, you're going to see me pretty much talking with some awesome viewers, answering some really cool questions about Blue Protocol, the past survey that they held that I didn't really get to make content on, but we talked about that, PvP, collabs, all that crazy stuff. And if you make it towards the end of the video, that's where it really gets good, because there's a lot of great stuff, juicy content in there, as well as just playing the game, vibing and grinding for a 4-socket level 60 Earth bow. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. And if you do enjoy the content, please make sure to like and sub. It would mean the world to me, and I'll catch you guys. Peace. Okay, there we go. Our inventory is full, so we do need to try and use or just store some of this stuff. Let's go to our locker really quick. Oh wow, look at these guys just sitting there having a conversation. Wow, so cool. This is actually new though. I don't know if you know, but like this whole entire thing where they have like adventurers wearing the new cosmetics and like talking and stuff is new. They never had this before. So it's really cool that these guys are just like here existing, because before, they weren't. So it's going to be really exciting to see like every banner from now on getting to see like characters with that, like, I guess, aesthetic on, or the new stuff on. Let's go ahead and dump whatever else is in here. So we don't need that. Pretty maxed out. It's not a lot of space, honestly. I might well just put every little enhancer in here. We also got a lot of chocolates recently from the event exchange. We don't need it, to be honest. We really never use these at all, even when we're like out in the world. And I think that's kind of a problem. I wish they would allow us to take these enhancements into dungeons. That way, we would be able to have a use for them. Because me personally, I don't need them unless I'm farming out in the open world. And even when I'm farming like out of a dungeon, it's still kind of like not necessarily needed. I'm just so strong, like I'm just so strong and stuff. Especially since we have especially since we got 8 skills, the need to I love the aesthetic. Yeah, it's amazing. And the music's also, the music's really good. Ever since I got 8 skills though, now that I kind of have more options and my survivability has just gone up, I definitely don't need this stuff anymore at all. Although this stuff is still good. This stuff is still good. But like this, like the crit increase, why would I need that? I'm gonna kill it regardless. So yeah, hopefully we get to see eventually us being able to take this into like raids or taking it into dungeons, or maybe they just need to make it so they're not giving us so much for free, because regularly when you go into a dungeon, they just give you everything for free, so you don't really need to use any of your actual stuff. And I think that's kind of bad, because like there's just no point in having it then, because like there's a whole entire like way to go buy this stuff, like buy all the potions and enhancement stuff. Also, you can craft it. That was crafting. That's not even buying. Buying's like all the way on the other side of Astraleads. But yeah, I hope they do something about that sooner or later. It's just starting to take up space in my inventory. Like I used to use them when I was low level, but then I realized I didn't need to, so I stopped. I think like classes that might benefit off those though would probably be like, actually I don't even think there is one. Yeah, this guy over here, or this girl over here, she is the merchant, the richest person in Astralead. She's richer than the king himself, because she sells these potions for 10,000 Luno. It's practically robbery, honestly. Like, like the crit rate increase is 21,000. Like this stuff, like this, the face cream, the attack boost face cream is 21. I have so much of that, I don't even know what to do with do with it all. But yeah, richest person in Ashley's right here. She is the richest. You know, if I didn't plan on being an adventurer, I would have probably gone with a merchant, because man, oh man, it's a lucrative business out here. It's a very lucrative business. All right, let's figure out what to do next. Yeah, no, we need to get the bow. Like, that's literally it. We have to get the bow. Like, I'm obsessed with getting a 4-socket weapon. Like, because I'm not gonna craft the bow, you know. Why would I craft the bow when I can just do the dungeon? Like, if you craft now at this point in Blue Protocol, it's just, you're wasting your time. Unless there's like an actual quest to craft, which I don't even think there is one of those. But if there were to be a quest, that'd be like the only reason I would ever craft. Like, you know, just go do a dungeon. You get Luno, you get the event material, you get everything. Everything you could possibly need is here. Ooh, also there was a survey recently where they were asking a lot about PvP collaborations and other stuff like that. They actually had quite a few questions about PvP. Like, we might be seeing some actual PvP coming to the game fairly soon, if I'm being honest with you. People are getting some very having mixed feelings about it though. I'm hoping for the PvP. Like, I don't mind it. Actually, I'm hoping that we do get PvP. But what I'm hoping for is, like, maybe it's a team-based PvP instead of just like a PvP. Like, I'm down for one-on-one, mano-a-mano, but I'm also 100% fine with like maybe like a team thing where you're like just fighting a boss monster to see who gets like the better time. That would also be kind of cool to me. So yeah, need to res this guy here. Too late. We probably are not going to have enough time for this now. Somebody keeps taking aggro from me and like moving it. It's the heavy smasher. He moved it over. Why are you moving the monsters out of a pile? They need to be together so it takes less time to kill them. Silly heavy smasher. Wait, did we come from this way? We probably came from this way, didn't we? We came from this way. I'm goofy. Which way are we going? Not this way. This way. Wrong way. Wrong way, friend. Okay. PvP arena could be. Yeah, I think it will be. Super excited for that. We're also getting a wave game mode fairly soon as well. So yeah, that's happening. That is happening. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not gonna lie. When it first came out, it was quite hard to do. It was actually the hardest content like anyone's ever had to like play, you know. But I will say, in my opinion, the only reason it's hard is because there's less time to do it, but also the amount of health that the monsters have is a lot more, and also the amount of damage that they do is a lot more. So everything's just harder realistically. But oh well, it's 10 minutes, right? And regularly you get like 12. It's not that much of a difference. And also you have like 10 minutes and 30 seconds. It differs, right? But I will say the hardest dungeon in the game, or what would be the hardest dungeon in the game, is probably going to be this one. And not only does it have like a little puzzle system for you to do to like get to the boss, but the boss itself is actually super duper crazy. And it looks like, let me see if I can find the boss for you. The boss is super cool. Love the boss. Really cool. Like, it's like not like cooler than like Electra or anything, but still pretty cool. Dunkirk. So the dungeon boss, there's two bosses. One boss, if you hit it, you'll pull him into the fight, but if you don't hit him, he'll just chill. This is one of them. This is Dunkirk right here. And then the other boss, no, that's Veronica, not this guy. That is old boss. This is Electra dragon form. she's really cool. Not this guy either. It should be this guy. This is the new boss I'm talking about with the white mechanic. And this one is super sick. I love this guy. Super cool. Super cool, super cool, super cool. Super dope. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you the story about anything. I'm not gonna spoil any lore, but just know like the game's gotten pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah. Creepy. Yeah. Really creepy. Really creepy. But yeah. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of neat stuff. And like I was saying, if they had like that creepy boss, like on par with the level of difficulty for this dungeon, it would be absolutely insane. Like just to be able to do this dungeon, actually, you have to have like, not have to, because you can just be really skilled, I guess, with your team and like have a decent damage output and like know what you're doing. But realistically, if you wanted to go like smoothly all the way through, you're gonna want to have like +3 or above. It took me to get +5, I believe, a +5 weapon before I could actually complete this dungeon, unfortunately. No way. Ooh, man, that elemental burst hurt. That elemental burst hurts. Are you gonna play on NA version when it comes out? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Not even maybe. Yeah, I will. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna play both versions, but I know I'm gonna like need to. I'm gonna have to play both versions actually. It's just gonna be like annoying, really, when I kind of think about it. But what I'll do is I will play global until it is. No, yeah, I'll play global until I'm out of content with it. Because with Blue Protocol, you know how it is. Like, there's a certain period where you're just kind of waiting after you've done everything. And then I will go back to JP and I will catch up on, or go back to original and catch up on everything there. And then I'll just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like that. Because like, I don't want to, as long as I'm able to play JP, I don't want to stop playing it. I feel like there's a lot of valuable information to be had or to be gained from playing the original version of the game. Okay, I'm on whenever stops there. Yes. I'm so dead. Yeah. There's definitely some shit that was just like unneeded, I feel like. For sure. Some things that they've done that were unneeded. I think I'll be able to hit this guy, line it up. Ooh, double concuss. I'm a genius. Yeah, but they definitely do need to just like get the game out soon. Although I do think what they're doing was kind of smart, to be honest. Because if you think about it, right? Blue Protocol has evolved like probably 3 to 4 times since its release. You know what I mean? Like the game itself has evolved not just like off of like, you know, what was already planned, but off of what the community or how the community felt, the JP community felt about the game. And that brought on a lot of change, a lot of positive change, in fact. You know, so I'm actually kind of excited to see the version of the game that we're going to be getting, that Amazon's going to be bringing us, just because we're going to be getting that version of the game that like has had like time to really like mature, you know, like it's going to feel more like an more like a well done MMO than it did in the beginning. And I loved the game in the very beginning. I did. I still do. But I will say that it has gotten so much better over time. Like, so much better. So, I think Amazon's smart. And it's not just Amazon. Like, you know, Korea, I think almost everywhere really has delayed till 2024. And since we're getting multiple chapters with Amazon's release, I'm assuming we'll be going like maybe to chapter 3, if we're lucky, 4. And that means we'll be getting like 8 skills on release. We'll be getting new game modes on release. Like, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's gonna be a really, really crazy time. I will say though, like, some of the censorship is like, I don't know if it was necessarily needed, but at the same time, I'm not gonna freak out too much about it just because it doesn't affect me, right? And that's just kind of how the world goes, right? Like, if it doesn't affect you, like, why do you really care? That's kind of how I feel about, like, you know, some certain aspects of the censorship. But I can understand, like, other people's frustration on the matter. It can be frustrating. I can understand that. Oh, I should probably ult, huh? Yeah, I should definitely ult. Instead of dying. What did she be? LOL. Small character, yeah. Oh my god, am I just on this guy right now?
Nice. Going really good. Going really, really well. Let me see if I can roll myself in here really quick. Yes, I can. I would rather not die here. I'm dead. Oh, but he died.
Died too, so there you go. I don't overly care about the. I don't want them to change anything in the original version of the game. Yeah, it's just unnecessary. I care because, well, yeah, absolutely, I understand that. Trust me. Trust me when I say, like, I completely understand how you feel. I do. I'm just like, I'm kind of still in my like thankful mode, I guess, where I've kind of gotten to the point with global that I've stopped caring as much, just because like I'm always in this sense of like I'm just happy that I'm even playing the game. Because like, think about it, we haven't played or we haven't even had like opportunity to play the game until just recently. Like it may feel like it's been a while, but realistically the game's only been out, we're going on the 5th month right now, right? So I'm still in that mode, like, oh my god, I'm playing the game after like almost 6 or 5 years of waiting. I'm still playing the game. But of course I want the global version, the version that everyone else is going to be getting, who's, you know, not in JP or not able to play the original version, to have that like sense of like it's not getting fucked over because they're pandering or something like that, or making changes to, I guess, make the game more acceptable for this side. And at the same time, I can also understand why they have to do that, because the thing is with Blue Protocol, and I don't know if people, like a lot of people realize this, besides delays, besides like censorship, realistically, this game is going to go mainstream. This MMO is going to go mainstream fast. You know, this is Amazon Games we're talking about. This game's already super good. We're going to have Twitch drops. We're going to have all that stuff. Like, it's going on Xbox, PlayStation, Steam on release. It's going to be a mainstream game. So of course there's going to be some tweaks, you know. Realistically, the only thing I actually care about, the only changes I care about, or the changes that I don't want to happen, are changes like battle pass, like, or the season pass whenever I get that for free because I leveled the last one, or that's actually it. Literally it. The monetization, that's it. That's all I care about. That's it.
Yeah, no, I hope they won't ruin it. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I feel like everyone's hoping that too. Especially the people who have played the game, you know? Like we played since day one. Not only do I not want the story to be ruined, I don't want the game to, I don't really want too much to be touched, but it's just the fact that I will know instantly if something has changed. Instantly. And that's what scares me, is like getting on and then like it's just not the same game and I'm not gonna have the same experience. I don't want that at all. I don't think anybody wants that, really. It's gonna be fucking terrible. But I also think that the game is so good, like for them to somehow ruin this game, they would have to do something just unthinkable to ruin this game. They would have to do something so crazy. I don't even know what they could possibly do. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it anymore. That's scary. That is very, very scary. Oh, but yeah.
Besides all that bummer stuff, the game's super fun. I love it a lot. It's great. It's great. Not too many downsides. Actually, the only real downside is just the fact that there's a bit of waiting because of certain things, you know. And I think that's kind of my fault because I play it every day, so I'm constantly like doing stuff. So I'm kind of, yeah, just a lot of waiting for me. My only constructive criticism for the game is over time, I would like to see more depth added to the classes, more variety for abilities, maybe more class unique mechanics, rotations, etc. Yes. Also more depth added to the dungeon design and mechanics. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said before, like they're getting a lot of stuff done though with the dungeon. Mechanic wise, for sure. Monster wise or boss wise, for sure. Class wise, we're just now seeing our first kind of like big changes, I guess. And it's not even really too big. I'll show you after this, after I get out of here. But like, we're just getting our G4s, you know, and that's adding more to the experience, I guess. More possibilities to think of as well. Because the way I like to look at it, a lot of people I've talked to about this too, like about the classes, kind of agree with me when I say like, wait, this guy almost fell through the floor right there. I saw that. Let's say fix that bug.
Oh my god. Please not die here. Someone just died. Need to res him in a second. Alright. I'm hurting. Thank you. Beautiful heals. What was I saying?
Oh yeah. Someone else talking about the classes were concerned about there not being like subclasses and stuff like that. And I remember having this conversation when I was like telling him that realistically, I feel like with Blue Protocol, I kind of feel as though some of the classes are kind of like a mix of classes, like Paladin and Warrior. Like when I think of Aegis Fighter, I think of Paladin and Warrior just because of how much you can do. Like realistically, like earlier on in the game, before you get like certain like alphas and betas, I felt more like a Paladin more than a Warrior, to be honest. Right? And then the more I played, the more I was able to like make my abilities more diverse compared to everybody else. Or I guess just like the more I built my class, I felt like I was leaning more towards a Warrior style of gameplay. Like even now, you know, like instead of all that buffing stuff for everybody else, I'm kind of just doing my own thing. Of course, though, it all comes down to the ult, and that's what I was talking about G4s, because like every single class has an ult, and right now every single class's ult is at G1. The way I see it happening is eventually, as we get like G2s, G3s, maybe that will be the way we start to see subclasses being introduced, because we already have so many skills that like allow us to have different playstyles. But I feel like the ults are like the really important thing, right? Because right now, like with Aegis Fighter, like I said before, it felt like a Paladin earlier on. It still does feel like a Paladin when I ult, because I'm kind of just like healing and buffing my team. That to me just like seems like a Paladin role. But I'm assuming and I'm hoping that when we get G2 ults, or G2 ults, maybe I'll have like a more warrior like ult that'll be more focused towards damage instead of buffing and healing, or maybe focused towards just me, you know, instead of like my whole entire team type vibe. And I can see them doing that with like all of the classes. And I feel like there's a lot of potential with classes as well. Like, I just think that they have everything set up to where it's in the right place. We just have to wait for the pieces to, you know, hit the board so we can see how it looks in the end, if that makes sense. I probably sound like some random old coot who knows nothing about anything and is just rambling on, yapping to the yappies. Like, I bet these guys are like, what the hell is this guy saying? Does he even play this game? Does he even know what an MMO is? Where's the Holy Trinity, dude? Every class almost every class can heal? Like, what is this? Oh, man. Not sure if ever viable, but PvP would probably be lit. So I'm not sure if PvP would be work. Well, PvP is definitely gonna be in the game eventually. Like, I'm positive at this point, because we got a survey like literally 5 days ago, maybe 6 now. We had a survey and they asked us so many questions about PvP. Like, there was more questions about PvP than anything else. So yeah. Now, whether that's going to be a PvP where it's kind of team-based, where it's like we're fighting a boss and trying to get a better time, because that's the thing with Blue Protocol, it's a lot of it's like time-based or score-based, or if it's just going to be all out like 5v5 or 1v1, whatever PvP, who knows? But I think that the easiest way they could go about it is probably just doing like a kind of like who can kill the boss faster, you know? And I would find that like acceptable as well, because I feel like Blue Protocol, the way they do things with game modes, it's kind of not the norm, you know? Like, they got a whole entire speedrunning thing, they got a whole entire score attack thing. I could 100% see, or even a tower thing. I could, in an arena, I could definitely see them dropping, you know, kind of like a 3v3, whoever can do the boss faster type of thing. And we're getting a wave game mode soon. Like, who knows how PvP is gonna be. Either way, I think it's gonna be good for the game, because even though people say that, oh my god, PvP is gonna ruin Blue Protocol, or oh my god, no one wants it in the game, a lot of people want PvP in the game. I want PvP in the game. I would love PvP in the game, absolutely. And the best part is, like, everything's really balanced, like equipment wise. And a lot of the time, that's what makes PvP so freaking annoying and unfair, is when someone can buy equipment, you know, or something like that, or the classes are just like absolutely broken. They balance classes really well, and PvP doesn't even exist. So, you know, it really all just comes down to who has the most time. And honestly, they even made that easier for casual players who don't have a lot of time to get a lot of the good equipment, because now it just drops out of the dungeon. Am I ranting? I hope I'm not ranting. I don't want to rant. I just can't read chat.
So I don't know when to shut up. If I take my eyes off the screen for too long, I'll die. Oh wait, there's a box over there. I need that. Where'd the box go? There it is. Also, if you enjoy the content and you enjoy, you know, the lean stream, make sure to leave a follow. Make sure to follow up and join the lean army. Because why not, right? Why not? Why not follow? Oh wait, another box. Nice. Oh, the boss is almost dead too. Wow. That was fairly quick. Oh my god. Like, it's so crazy how I'm in like my ult state and I can still almost die. That is actually insane. Actually crazy. Can't wait for the game to get Katana class. Great sword class. Absolutely. Me too. Me too. Me too. Ever since I saw that leak, I've just been waiting. Because even though I love, you know, Sword and Shield, I love Aegis Fighter the way it is, like the moment I have a gigantic sword in my hands, the Monster Hunter side of me is coming out, and I'm just gonna go crazy, man. Oh my lord. There's nothing better than just a gigantic sword. Literally nothing better. Then you pair that up with anime and the MMO and big sword and big damage. Big damage. Like, I hope the sword is like the size of my body. That'd be sick. That'd be really, really cool. And it's just like hanging on my back, all big. And I'm just like, why the sword gotta be black? No, I'm just kidding. Alright, anyways, what has been being said? Play warrior the most, the rogue hunter as alts? Rogue and hunter, huh? That's cool. I'm pretty much like a warrior type of guy, only, really. In fact, I think Blue Protocol might be like my first MMO where I'm playing something that isn't melee, aside from PSO2 New Genesis or NGS, just because like I technically played Slayer, and Slayer was like a gunblade type of class, but realistically, you know, I'm just a melee type of guy. Melee, or like, I guess like blades, like wire blades or whatever those were. One thing I love about NGS is the parry. We have an NGS player in here. That's great. That's great. Well, we got more tickets. God, we gotta wait for more weapon skins to drop though. Need more weapon skins. Need a lot more weapon skins. Man, oh man. Jeez. Okay. We need to get our e-imagines in order. We haven't really been taking too much. We need to do that. We haven't done that enough. We have to. We need to go actually go put this two together. Limit break. That's what we need to do. Limit break. Let's go limit break really quick. Jump. This way. This way. I know Aster leads like the back of my hand. Like the back of my hand. Like this place is my home, you know? I live here.
Housing. They were talking about housing in the survey. I really wish I had like just made a YouTube video of me like answering the questions on the survey. That would have been so good. I haven't posted in like literally 2 weeks, I think, on YouTube, and that would have been a perfect video because they had some really good questions. They were talking about housing, PvP, collaborations, the raids, the more difficulty to raids. I think that might be the most important thing they need to fix, honestly, is the difficulty on raids, actual raid mechanics. Because even though we have a new raid, level 60 raid, that has a wipe mechanic, and it's like kind of good, but it only gets used once before the boss is just zerged down. I feel as though it'd be better if we had more mechanics in the raid, so it felt harder to me, because it's so easy right now. And hopefully we see that change. I really do hope so, because I love raids. I like dungeons, but I like raids. Raids are cool. All right, let's see here. So we're gonna go ahead and limit break our E-Imagine, and this E-Imagine gives us 700 plus HP, or plus maximum HP. So it's like super good. Super duper good. And by limit breaking, we're just getting, you know, better stats and everything as well. I want to say difficulty added in mechanics, not by artificially increasing mob HP and damage done, but reducing time you have. And true, incognito, true. And I mean, I can say I agree with you, but I also think that it's not necessarily the worst thing to do that, because like the thing is, like with Blue Protocol right now, especially with like the dungeons, right? So hold on, I said I was gonna show this, but I never did. Let me see here. So really quick, we're gonna talk about the dungeons, and we're gonna talk about the new stuff with the characters, whatever. All right, so starting off with, every single class just got their G4 ability. We already went over this though, but it just gives you like an extra step in your left click / right click, and each one is different for each class, you know, whatever, right? That's gonna be the depth. That's gonna be like how we go forward with like getting more creative with like what the classes can do, and maybe what they'll lead into with like subclasses. I feel like the thing that makes a class though is definitely the ult. I think the ult makes the class, realistically. So whenever we see a G2, G3, G4 and they're different ults, They're not all the same. Or not just better versions of the old one. They're just like actually different ults. That'll kind of be the subclass because of all the skills and variety. Plus we'll be getting more skills eventually. So that's also a thing. Plus alphas and betas, whatever. We've talked about that 1,000 times. But what you're talking about right now is the dungeon, right? And we've actually already seen an increase in mechanics and like, instead of just damaged life, less time, you know, we even got a dungeon that's 30 minutes long, has mechanics that just to get to the boss, and then the boss actually has wipe mechanics. That's awesome. This dungeon's amazing right here. This one right here. I think this is my favorite dungeon ever, actually, in the game. But then we have a dungeon that literally has everything you just said, which was what exactly? Difficulty added in mechanics, but not by just artificially increasing mob health, which they did in this dungeon, and damage done and reducing time you have. This is literally what you just said you hope they don't do. They did it, and it's not bad. It's not entirely bad. I'm not gonna lie. I actually think it's fine because it did introduce a type of difficulty that we haven't actually seen really before in this game, at least. Because before, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, every single dungeon I've done up until this one right here was a walk in the park. Everything, you know, except this one. This one was kind of hard at first too. This one was pretty hard. But yeah, this was, it made me really like get that feeling like, oh my God, I need to grind super hard so I can get strong enough to do this, which I did. And I think the way they've been doing things is they're kind of easing the players into the harder stuff, giving you time to learn what you need to learn. Because what Blue Protocol does with some of their dungeons is they kind of copy and paste. And what I mean by that is like they'll copy an older dungeon and they'll raise a little bit of the difficulty, and then you'll get used to it and you'll be able to do it. And it's good because when they do that for this dungeon here, when they copy and paste this dungeon and make it a dungeon where you need to farm it out to get the new weapon, that's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. Because what I'm trying to say is the amount of difficulty, like the amount of difficulty this one dungeon has, if you apply that to this dungeon where there's actually mechanics, difficulty with health, time, damage, mechanics, that's what makes a good dungeon. That's all you need, you know? So I think they're doing a good job with it, because I feel like if they just outright put this out for every player to play, or just made this the new dungeon that you have to farm, the in-game dungeon you have to farm, like there's going to be a certain demographic of player that's just not going to be able to get the content done at all, because they're not used to it. They're gonna have to like watch YouTube videos and freaking get carried, you know? Like, I like what they're doing with it, because I can 100% see players going from like, I don't know, like maybe this is easy, you know, you're just walking through, then you hit the wall, then you take time to figure out what you got to do, you learn the mechanics, and then you beat it. That's how it should be. If they did it the way, you know, you're kind of asking, where they just do it at them and they're like, yeah, here's new mechanics, new difficulty, this is everything right here, this is what you wanted, I feel like a lot of players would have a lot of trouble. Because dude, the shit was hard. It took me 2 days. It took me 2 days. The people who actually finished this dungeon on day one, I don't think anyone finished this dungeon on day one if they didn't like sweat their ass off. Played it for like 24 hours. Because this shit was hard. It took me 2 days to do this on my own without queuing with friends. So there's that. I will 100% say that. And we do get new dungeons all the time, you know, like never before seen dungeons with new bosses and stuff like that. And that's really cool. New mechanics and stuff like that. But I do appreciate the time they're taking to ease us into everything. Cause they did the same thing with skills. You know, we started out with 4 skills. Now we're at 8. And even though now we're at 8, you would think that you're just going to log in and you're going to have 8 skills off rip. No, you're not. You're gonna have to level up to like level 9, I believe, before you even get to add or actually use your 8 skills. So it's kind of like you're always working your way up to like higher or bigger brain stuff in this game. You're always working your way there. You don't just get in, you're just like, oh my God, 8 skills, okay, bet. Oh, limit break. No, not how it works. And that's cool. I like that. I appreciate that. Because if I was a new player and I just came in and it was just freaking everything thrown at my face, I would be overwhelmed and I might not want to play as much. You know, I might be discouraged by looking at someone else's gear and seeing just the insane diff and then going into a dungeon and not being able to do a single thing. How mandatory does the pass feel? Not, dude. Oh my, you don't even know what's there. You don't even, the pass, are you talking about this? This thing that I just leveled up 4 times without even knowing? This thing right here? That's probably the best. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is like the best thing about Blue Protocol, low key, like monetization wise, right? Is almost every single season pass or battle pass nowadays, it kind of feels a bit predatory. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like I need it. I have to get it. I have to do the missions. I have to grind. I have to get up every day so I can get that pass done. I don't get that feeling at all. At all. There's nothing here that's like super important that I need, really. Now, there are things that will definitely help me, but the best part about the season pass, the best part about Blue Protocol, what they're doing with the season pass, is the fact that you get it for free. You buy it one time and then you level it up to 100, you know, you get it all the way to 100 and then you get it again for free. On top of that, you get rose orbs. I don't even use rose orbs anymore. To be honest, this game might be the best game to play for free-to-play players. I'm not gonna lie, because I've spent like minimal money. So it's amazing. Love it. And another thing, like, you know, like I said before, you don't even know what's there. But if you really wanted, if you're the type of person that likes to grind the season pass or the battle pass, you can do that. You can 100% do that. You can go to your quest and you can specifically, you know, look at what quests you want to do over here. You got your dailies, you got your weeklies, you know, your weekly quests, your daily quests, stuff like that. You got the little tickets you can use to skip quests if you want. You can also refresh quests if you don't like that specific one. Only on dailies though. Then you got your weeklies. These are the big boys. They give you a lot of points. And then you got your seasons, and the seasons, they last forever. You know, as you can see, these have been here since before this season was even started. So you just always have these guys, and they're always here to help you out. And like I said, you don't even know what's there until you claim stuff. It's great. It's amazing. I love it. I love it a lot. A bit more affordable for us. Ooh. Man, I don't even want to get into gacha when it comes to global, because I don't know. I don't know, man. Who knows how they're gonna do things? No, he got in my way. No way. Yeah, who knows? I hope so too. I mean, I'd be fine with them leaving it the way it is, to be honest. Like, I pretty much, when I do gacha, I just get it. I get the stuff I need from the, you know what, let's do this guy. I get everything I need kind of for free from the season pass, and then also whenever they just give out like free stuff. Now, I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing, right? I don't know if Amazon's gonna like stick to that style, but I would hope so. I would 100% hope so. I don't want it to be bad. I don't want to end up having to pay a leg and an arm just to do its 11 pull or 10 pull. That would just be really sad, depressing. Me. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about the cosmetics. I just have to see, you know. I try not to speak on stuff that I don't know too much about when it comes to really anything, but especially with Amazon or just yeah, I don't know. If I don't know. I have to wait and see. I have to see. Oh, do I miss my chance to get them here? I can maybe grab these guys now. Oh, that's a big pool. Holy, it's a big pool. Oh my god, that was actually such a crazy pool right there. Holy. Where is the last one? Oh, we got it. Okay, great. Nice. But I think one of the things I'm probably most excited for are the collaborations. That's what I need. Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco and anime go together like Bandai Namco and anime. So the one thing that I'm wanting is 100% gonna be Gundam. I want Gundam. I want to have a Gundam set of armor and a Gundam weapon skin, and I'll be happy. That's all I want, actually. I don't really need anything else. You know, I'm positive there's plenty of other amazing anime collabs that it could do, but I really just want a Gundam suit. Preferably maybe Barbados from Iron-Blooded Orphans. But I'll take anything. I'll take anything. You know, because beggars can't be choosers. Beggars cannot be choosers, you know? I was gonna hit me, but I guess not. I can def see Gundam collab, yeah. I'm like, let me guess. Bandai, I think they have SAO as well. Doesn't Bandai have SAO? Like One Piece maybe as well, Naruto? Okay guys, what's going on here? Why are we dying? I just concussed like a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try to res. 3 seconds. He's not pick. I rezzed him. Oh, I got him. Okay, I got him.
I was like, why is he not getting up? Okay. Really good damage. I'm happy to say that I actually res somebody for once as Aegis Fighter. Regularly, I just like shrug it off like, whatever. But I felt a bit generous, so I actually resed a teammate. Pretty good feeling. And I would only shrug it off because like regularly I'm like fighting a boss or like keeping like a gigantic ball of monsters from like separating. But I felt a little bit generous there. I concussed a lot of them, so like why not? Why not go for the res? look at that. They're all like just stuck there, like in the middle. This is like actually the power of Aegis Fighter. Heavy Smasher as well, but mainly me. It's mainly me. Like you can literally just pile up all of the monsters and then concuss them all at once, and it's just amazing. It makes doing damage, or it makes it just easier for like the DPS, really. It makes everything easier. Although it is kind of dangerous because if more than like maybe 5 things hit you at once, you'll probably just die. But that really doesn't happen because I use my aggro skill, so most of the stuff should be looking at me anyways. But, you know, if it does happen, it's unfortunate. Unfortunato. Nice. Let's go. Alright, what do we got here? So this E-Imagine is the ult cooldown. I do use it. I think we're gonna need to... Oh, we got it! We got it! Oh my god, we got it! Oh my god, we got it. We got the 4-socket bow. Holy cow, that took forever. GG's, GG's.